The new house got a toilet?
Neither one does.
Nope. Get your shits out now.
Well, hello, good morning, everybody. This is Paul Romero here today with the Swiss Gold Global Independent Business Owner Network Marketing Training number 142 on this wonderful, amazing new op day, June 1st, 2015. And you know what that means, don't you? At the end of this month, 2015 is half over. That's big. A whole year, half gone already. 30 days and it's half over. Is your financial situation right now today any different from what it was back on January 1st? If it's not, when are you going to get started doing something about it? That's the question. Because you know what? Before you know it, it's going to be January 1st, 2016. And you're going to be in the exact same place you were, if not worse, maybe a little better, but most likely worse, because inflation will eat into any sort of advancements that you think you might have gained with increased pay or whatnot. And a whole year will have gone by and you've done nothing about it. I'm going to apologize for New Op Day last week. And this plays right into why you need to do something about this, because last week, did I say week twice in a row? Last session on New Op Day, which was Memorial Day, the Friday prior, John and I had said, hey, we're going to be here on Monday doing this because we want to, and this is what we're going to do, regardless of the fact that it was a holiday. Well, plans changed. And even though it was a holiday, had it been a regular weekday, at least for me, it wouldn't have been able to happen on the other end, but at least for me, I still would have been able to make the same choice. See, on Saturday, had to drive down to Tucson, 100 miles away, to chase down a real estate lead that we got the deal, and we'll be making some money off of it. But while I was there, I figured, hey, I'm going to look up an old buddy of mine who I haven't seen in like 9 years. So we got together, and the next thing you know, it was late at night, and had a couple cocktails. So I was like, hey, I just spend the night on the couch, and I got a brilliant idea. Let's go play golf tomorrow. So got up at 8 in the morning and went and played golf instead of being here on the Hangout with you for the New Op Day, Own Your Life, 45-second presentation, continuation of Chapter 15, and which is what we're going to do today. But I have that option. Like I said, even though it was a holiday, if it was a regular weekday, for the rest of you, weekday, but if it was a regular New Op Day, first day of a session, I could have made the same choice because I do own my life. Now, not fully to the extent that I'd like just yet, but I have the freedom to be able to pretty much do whatever I want, whenever I want, to a certain extent. And that's what you want. You want to be able to do whatever you want, whenever you want. At least starting out to a certain extent, and eventually, and I'll be there pretty soon, but eventually to be able to pretty much do whatever you want, whenever you want, to the extent that you want. That's what it's all about. That's what this training and network marketing can do for you. So with that, just wanted to say, sorry I wasn't here. We did say we were going to be here and we weren't, so I apologize for that. But looking back, no regrets. I had a great time playing golf with my old buddy, catching up on things, and it was my choice to do so because I could. So with that, today we're going to get into Chapter 15. We're going to be finishing that off, which is the chapter on important phrases and handling objections. Again, for those of you who may not know, Own Your Life, a 45-second presentation by Don Fela. This is the network marketing Bible. Realistically, it is. I mean, this is the proper way to build a network marketing business. This gives you all the tools that you need to do so in the right way, that you're going to build an organization with a strong foundation. It's going to last for your lifetime. It's never going to go away. Now, certain economic factors could affect the size of your organization. I'm sure if anybody was building an organization prior to 2007, 8, 9, that it probably shrunk down quite a bit because a number of people were hurt badly and probably pulled out. So they, their organization shrunk, but they didn't disappear. I guarantee they didn't disappear because they built it right in the first place with a strong foundation. There was plenty enough strong people who had built strong enough organizations that they were all able to survive and keep going. So with that, as I said, we're going to get into this chapter 15. We're going to finish this off. Got 14 minutes to do so. We've already covered the question of, why would I be inviting you to get into this business if I didn't think you could do it? Getting their mind frame set in that you have belief in them. We already covered, do I have to sell? No. Is it a pyramid? No. Can I afford? I can't afford to go into business. You can't afford not to go into business. My wife or husband won't be interested. We talked about how they'll come around eventually once they see your success. Is there an advantage to being directly sponsored by a company? We talked about yes and no. You have everything direct with the company, but if you're downline, the farther downline you are, the more people you have above you who are more willing to help you, and directly from the company, you're kind of on your own. How far down group should I work? We talked as far as you possibly can because it lights a fire under the people that brings, generates everything upwards, even if it's out of your pay level. It still generates things upwards into your pay level. How do I select a network marketing company? We talked about, hey, you got to have passion for the product or service. That's pretty much the bottom line. Can I work with more than one program? We talked about yes, but you're pretty much going to end up focusing on just one. I just don't have the time. And what is the difference between recruiting and sponsoring? We talked about recruiting and sponsoring being kind of two different things. Recruiting can either be towards people who are already in network marketing or have been in network marketing, have access to organizations, and you're recruiting them to bring their people. And sponsoring is definitely all about getting new people. But in both cases, and I also talked about how recruiting is also looked at as sort of a, hey, come on in, here you go, here's all the stuff, good luck, call me when you get it, see you later, bye, kind of a thing. You're on your own. Whereas sponsoring is you are going to work for the other person. You're helping them build their business. You're standing by them. You're holding their hand. You're bringing them along. You're doing all that stuff with them. With them is the key. Not really for them, but with them. And then I want to go back just real quick here and retrace. I just don't have the time, because this is definitely one of the biggest objections that you'll get, other than I can't afford, and then the other things, I can't afford and I don't have time. Two biggest objections you're ever going to get. So when somebody says that, that I don't have the time, you want to point out to them that, hey, look, there's 4 elements to recruiting and sponsoring, or I'm going to throw out recruiting. There's 4 elements to sponsoring and building a network marketing organization. Number 1 is contacts. Number 2 is time. Number 3 is energy. And number 4 is knowledge. Whenever I'm dealing with a busy person, you know what? I don't need your time. I don't need your energy, and I don't need your knowledge. All we need here is your contacts. All you have to do is bring up what it is that you've gotten involved with and what you're doing to your friends, and then refer them over to me. We'll use your contacts, we'll use my time, my energy, and my knowledge, and where you might spend 2 minutes, I might spend 2 hours with someone to help you build your organization. So you don't have to have a lot of time to do this. All right, so from there, that catches us up. And we're going to go, we got a couple of things here, a couple more questions. We got a little contest idea. We got a few questions about getting, talking to people who either have been in or are in or have had some experience with network marketing. So the first one here is this little contest idea. And he talks about pretty much doing a little contest where every time your people sponsor somebody new who's never been in network marketing before, that you keep a tally of this, and over time they can reach certain achievement levels and get certain rewards and prizes. So that's something you can set up in your own organization. Kind of a cool idea. Talks about how important are potlucks. I would say potlucks or barbecues. And anytime you do anything positive to bring your distributors together, you're creating energy. So anytime you can have a little barbecue or a potluck at your house or at one of your distributors' houses or whatever, and you can invite everybody in your sort of immediate organization there, or you can go big if you like and invite everybody in your organization. I don't know. That's you might need to rent a place for that, but anytime you can bring people together like that in any way, shape, or form, whether it's sizzle sessions or a potluck barbecue, something a little bit bigger, or however it is, like I said, that's creating energy, and that's what this is really all about, is creating energy and excitement, a buzz about what we have and what's going on, and so that we can perpetuate that energy and enthusiasm out to other people. This one is about something, maybe you live fairly near another town. So this one says, there's a town about 2 hours drive from my house. I know 5 people that live there. Should I attempt to sponsor all 5 myself, or should I just sponsor one and put the rest under that one? It's a good question. What he says is that, you should never put anyone under anyone else unless you've brought the 2 parties together and there will be, mutual benefit and support. So if you've introduced people to someone, and they get along and that sort of thing, and they sort of buddy up a little bit, you can put somebody underneath somebody else. But if you're just saying, hey, Joe, here's Sally, and I'm putting her underneath you because for whatever reason, well, maybe Joe and Sally don't get along. So Joe's not going to be helping Sally. So you're not really doing much for Joe. So you want to make sure that there's kind of a bond there, kind of a click there, that these people are going to be able to work together before you place somebody underneath someone else. And then he also says, I would sponsor the best one first, then have some sizzle sessions so you can introduce the other 4 to the first one. If they get along, great. If they don't, you will end up doing the work anyway. So you may just as well sponsor them all yourself. So like I said, again, it's all about, people need to be able to work with each other. They need to be able to get along. So I would drive 2 hours to that town. I would go visit all 4 of them or all 5 of them. I would make the determination in my mind after talking with them who I felt would probably be the best candidate to be my gold ship. I'd sponsor that guy first. Then I'd come back next week, have a sizzle session, invite the other 4, or maybe a couple of the other 4, and sort of see how it goes. And if somebody really clicks with the other guy or they click with you, that will help you determine where you're going to place them. Okay, so now we get into a couple of questions, like I said, about people that have been in and around network marketing, either in now or were, or whatever the case might be. One of them says, my company says I cannot join another company. It is interesting to note that some companies do have this attitude. They are happy to recruit distributors away from other companies, but it's a gross no-no for someone to do it to them. These are the same companies that say, come with us and earn your freedom. And as soon as you do, they're the ones that want to own you. You're going to find, I think, a lot more that these types of companies right here that say you can't join another company, they're going to be a lot more direct sales based than they are open network marketing, as Swisco Global is, because they can't let you go. They can't let you do something else because you have to be focusing all your time on making sales, because that's really where they make their money and you make your money, is in making sales. Direct marketing or network marketing, as we talked about, really isn't about making sales. So it's perfectly fine to join another company if you want. In fact, we encourage it, as you'll see from the next question. I'm happy with my company, so why should I join another one? Okay. And this answer goes for both of these questions. we believe in supporting our industry. Network marketing, so when we want something for our family, we would prefer to join a company and buy the product wholesale rather than buying from a retail or a direct sales outlet. So you can be signed up with a lot of companies to buy products wholesale. However, few distributors will be successful if they try to build an organization with more than one. So what he's saying here is, hey, join all the freaking network marketing companies you want if that product or service is something that you want for yourself. Absolutely, join. Don't just be a purchasing member. Join, sign up. You're going to be buying at wholesale prices. You're going to be doing a whole lot better, getting a better price and a better rate. So definitely do that. As far as working two different companies to build an organization, that can be difficult. You're going to want to focus on one. Now, maybe a point in time will come when you can put a little bit more emphasis towards another one. Once you've built an organization big enough that it stands on its own, and it's so big that you're not even involved in it anymore. Maybe you want the excitement, and you go and you try something else. But for the most part, you really want to focus on building an organization with one company. But joining other companies, joining other network marketing companies, absolutely. If they got good stuff you want, join. You're going to get a better deal. All right. Next one is, I'm burnt out on network marketing, or my company has collapsed. This would be like going to town, eating out, getting a bad meal, and then deciding that every restaurant in that town is bad. Remember, always remember, you cannot fail in network marketing. You can only quit, okay? Think about, if your company goes belly up, find another one. Just never quit. Picture on your gravestone when you pass away one day. Would you rather have it read, "Here lies Joe, a person who tried once in life and quit"? Or would you rather have it that says, "Here lies Joe, a person who never quit trying"? Actually, I'm going to change that because I'm getting rid of trying. "Here lies Joe, a person who never quit." Because there is no try. There's only do or do not do. You know what I mean? You don't try to drive your car to work every day, do you? You either do it or you don't do it. You don't try to get out of bed. You either do it or you don't do it. So I'm leaving that word off of that one. Here lies Joe, a person who never quit. Way better. This is an interesting question that you'll get for people who kind of get excited about this. They're all ready to join and whatnot. One of the questions they'll want to ask is, when do I quit my job? And that's a great question. When do you quit your job when you're in network marketing? Well, this kind of goes along with something that I talk about, something that we always talk about here, that being financial freedom. And you may have heard me mention that in my mind, there's kind of two levels to financial freedom. Number one is when you have enough passive income coming in that you don't have to work for, just money coming in every month, to meet what you're making on your job now. So to replace your life right now, right? You have enough money coming in that you can pay all your bills, you can feed the family, you can put gas in the car, you can do all the things that you're doing right now. That's sort of level one of financial freedom, because now you've got enough money coming in to do that. And once you've done that, you think about that, do you want to quit your job now? You've replaced your income with money that's just coming in. But is now the time to quit your job? No. Because if you quit your job now and something happens in your organization, maybe you quit your job and all of a sudden 10 people drop out. Now you don't have that same amount of money. You got to really get out there and hustle. Puts too much pressure on you. You don't want to have all that pressure on you. Plus two, the objective here is to build wealth and create more passive income so that you ultimately can have, be, and do anything and everything you want, right? Whenever you want. So if you're still working, you've got passive income coming in, and you've got enough, and you're still working, you've got passive income coming in that matches, you know, the amount of money that you're making in your job. Now, if you continue working and you continue working on your network marketing business, you've got all this money from your job, which is extra, that you can start saving to build wealth so that you can purchase other appreciating assets, you know, that can produce more cash flow for you. You know, because you don't. That's another thing. You don't just want to have. I mean, ultimately, in the ultimate game here, you don't just want to have one network marketing organization, because what if it does fall apart? You have nothing. You want to make sure you create multiple streams of passive income. So you've got this network marketing organization over here. Great. It's producing enough money to replace my income, but I'm keeping my income. I'm going to continue working so that I can take all of that money every month, or in a couple of months, or at the end of the year, or whatever. And I can take all of that money and I can do this, and I can create another stream of passive income in case this dies off. You see what I'm saying there? So if you can create two income streams of passive income that are both producing the amount of work, the amount of money that's coming out of your job, maybe now you decide to quit. Quite honestly, I would wait till I have 3 times what I'm earning coming in passively before I would quit my job. Now, I don't know, that's kind of funny that I say that, because I quit my job and I didn't have any passive income coming in, but I quit my job to change careers, basically. So the final question is, so, you know, and he says, many distributors get the urge to pull out too soon. I mean, to go full-time too soon. That's a major mistake, because it puts too much pressure on them now to make money now. You know, it's difficult to work on your foundation when the rent's due. So, and that's the thing. See, when you're working on your foundation, there's not a whole lot of money there. So you got to make sure that you get to a certain comfort level. And that's something that we will discuss as you start getting closer to that. The final question is, how would you graphically show the difference between selling a lot and sponsoring a wide base versus working with a few distributors, like 5 at a time, and building deep? And basically, he's got a great little graph right here. I'm going to show you up close. And you say pretty much, okay, when you sponsor a whole bunch of people, you know, you start out at a high level, but you flatten out and you never go, because the more people you start sponsoring over here saying, hey, here it is, good luck, see you later, the more start dropping out back here, and you never really get anywhere. Or if you go slow and you start with a small group of people, you're not making a lot of money for a little while. It takes a little while to go. We talked about 6 months being kind of a time frame to where all of a sudden, you know, you're getting a few people sponsored, you're helping them sponsor a few people, you're helping them teach their people so they can sponsor a few people, and the next thing you know, now when it starts going up, it never looks back. It continues going up and up and up, and that's what you really want. So that's the end. I'm running a little over time here. Thanks for being here today. We'll get into chapter 16. Yay, finally, after I think a month. But we'll get into chapter 16 starting next New Op Day, which was very big, very big. Why 90% of the population should be in network marketing. Are you in the 10% that doesn't? 90%. That's you. All right, everybody. We'll see you on Wednesday here for some more information from the website.